Hello everyone, this is Seth Weissman and welcome to another episode of Safe Real Estate. Great to see you. Today we are going to talk about multiple offers, which as a general rule is a very happy situation for the seller and the listing broker to find themselves in. And there are basically two approaches to how to deal with multiple offers. The first is that the seller can say to all buyers, please make your final and best offer by a particular date. The second approach is for the seller to pick out amongst the offers that have been made, the offer that looks the best and to negotiate with that buyer. Usually what the seller wants to do in that situation is to try to keep the other buyers on the hook or in the background, so that if you can't negotiate a deal with the first buyer, you still have some others that you can negotiate with. To me, the key piece of advice with multiple offers is that you want to let the seller decide how they wish to proceed when multiple offers are being made. And the reason that that is so important is that sometimes things can go awry with multiple offers. There are some buyers who will not get into a bidding contest over a piece of property. And let's say you have just decided for your seller to tell everyone to make their final and best offer, and suddenly you find that no one does. Now your seller may end up being very unhappy with you. So what you always want to do is say to the seller, here are your two approaches. Here are the risks associated with both approaches. Which one do you as a seller wish to pursue? And let it be their decision. Now, if you are going to accept final and best offers, one other issue you should also discuss with your seller is how do they feel about an escalation clause. Some sellers don't like escalation clauses because they may not make as much money on the transaction if people are using escalation clauses. And if the seller does not want to see escalation clauses, it is really best to say that to all bidders and just say, we will not consider your offer if it includes an escalation clause. Now, with regards to choosing the other approach of negotiating with one of the buyers, what it usually means is that the remaining buyers, the ones who are being put on hold, may not hear from the seller for several days. So what I recommend you do in that situation is I think it's a great idea to say to everyone who has made a bid or has made a proposal, I would send them each a notice by email that just says, I as the listing agent have received your offer and have presented it to my seller on this particular day. And by doing that, no one thinks you're now in a situation where you haven't presented the offer. As a matter of fact, I would go even a step further and I would say it will likely be a few days before the seller is in a position to respond, so that the buyer's not wondering what's going on and why have I not heard from the seller. And what I would do is if you get the first buyer under contract, I would go back to the others, and frankly, I would try to get some backup contracts if you can. I hope this episode of Safe Real Estate has been of benefit to you. As always, it's great to see you. Please continue to tune in and have a great day. See you next week. Bye now.